And a very good morning. Welcome to the audio custom Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide, Anindya Banerjee. आज Asian equity markets are trading in the green, ignoring the weakness in the US stock market overnight. Dollar index is higher because of yen, largely because of yen. Euro का भी कुछ contribution है. Each of these currencies have moved due to its own individual factors. We'll come to that. First, Bank of Japan. Bank of Japan का जो monetary policy था, it was widely watched, because last meeting they surprised the market with a tweak in the yield curve, and we had seen the move in the dollar yen and impact in other global markets. But this time it was unlikely the Bank of Japan would abandon or tweak the policy again, and that's exactly what they did. It was a status quo. इसके कारण dollar yen, which had fallen sharply into the BOJ, now reversed. 128 wala yen, almost 131 now, 2.5% kind of a move. The impact will be largely felt in yen-INR and not in other currencies or other markets. So yen-INR may open gap down, significantly gap down. And now coming to euro-dollar, there was a Bloomberg story last evening जहाँ पे ये कहा गया है कि the ECB members are now looking at slowing the pace of hikes after a 50 basis point hike in February. That's not a surprise, because this year is all about disinflation and slower growth. And once the Fed pauses and looks at cutting rates in the second half of the year, other central banks may follow suit. But this is what has pulled the euro down slightly, but mainly it is the impact of the yen which is driving the dollar index higher. But dollar is weaker against other currencies globally. So that's the reason why USDINR is trading lower around 81, 66, 67 levels on the spot reference. Now USDINR ka upper cap at 81.90 has held quite strongly kal, both in the onshore and the offshore market. So jab tak 81.90 is intact, our downward bias is intact as well. So we would like to sell on rise with a stop above 81.90 on a daily closing basis. I'm talking about the spot. Support is going to be at 81.50 and then at 81.20 on the spot basis. Now, one can even think of starting to selling straddles or strangles, but we would prefer an iron fly, because abhi bhi this range being formed between 81 and 82, a tentative possibility hai ki ek range could be forming between 81 and 82. So one can look at selling options. The best way is to do it in a hedged manner. That is to, sell iron fly, like 81.75 ka straddle sell and 81 quarter and 82 quarter ka strangle buy. That would be an iron fly trade. But if you want to take that kind of a risk, then you can look at selling a straddle or a strangle. But keep in mind, when you're doing a straddle strangle trade, isme unhedged strategy has, or the risk of a large loss is there. Therefore, your stop losses have to be there and your position sizes have to be smaller. Keep these two things in mind. Very important. Cross currencies mein yen, as I said, will be in focus and will be under pressure. Yen-INR, euro-dollar or euro-INR may open slightly gap down, but then remain largely range bound. JPYINR may see an upward drift, because kal jo jobs data tha from UK, that was quite strong, so that can be supportive for GBP INR. So that's it, folks. This is Anindya Banerjee signing off. A fantastic day ahead.